Which upcoming video game TV show are you most excited to watch? Let's discuss, shall we? So as much as I love the God of War game franchise and series, I do not look forward to seeing a live action rendition whatsoever.
But why?
If this was like animation, like Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse animation, or some real hardcore anime style animation like Avatar 1 or Avatar Korra, then I'll be ready for it, because you can do anything with animation. You get to keep the same voice actor, Chris Judge, and the dude who did Atreus' voice as well. You get to keep every voice actor the same. Only difference is animation. Now, if they had announced this for God of War, that would have been top of my list.
Yes.
That would have been at the top of my list. Now, Fallout Season 1, didn't really care much for it. Never played the game, not been a fan of the game at all. Visually, the aesthetics, the story, cool, but I do not like first-person shooter games. And if someone told me, oh, there's a third-person shooter mode as well, I don't care. It just doesn't appeal to me. And that's not me saying the game is shit and it sucks. The story, no. I'm just not the target audience for the Fallout series. Now, however, when they announced the show, I thought, okay, maybe this is how I can get into the lore, see what the show is about, see what they do with the show, if they keep it 100%, follow the story from the game, or they took a few things here. I felt at least I can still get to enjoy the world without having to play the games. However, after I watched I didn't even finish the whole season. I think I watched four or five episodes. I think it was four or five, and I was like, nah. This is boring to me. And I get that they were setting up the whole show for newcomers to the world as well. I mean, I understood that they catered to the fans as well as newcomers. But as a newcomer who's aware of the world-ish from the game, it still didn't appeal to me. So I wouldn't put that on my list to say I'm excited for. Now, Mass Effect, I've played a little bit of it. I enjoyed what I played. It was cool. Again, not my kind of game. I prefer Returnal. Returnal is my kind of game in terms of space. Dead Space as well, because it's monster horror. Now, that I would like to see.
Oh my gosh. There's two? Oh my goodness. Give me my flowers. Give me my flowers. Give me my... Yo. We saving that video for sure. That was... Hey, I can't even... Man.
Since they're doing the Welcome to Derry It series as well, I would like to see a full-on Dead Space live action rendition, and done well.
That's right.
You guys wasted money. Hollywood, when I say you guys wasted money on Alien Earth and gave us trash. Yeah. For the sake of shit, you gave us trash. That show is stupid and incompetent. So if you can spend time wasting money on something that you could have done well, you chose to make it stupid, then I would like a Dead Space live action series, please. But let's stick with this list for now. The Last of Us Season 3, I don't give a shit. Season 1 was top tier for me. Peak, top tier TV, top tier TV, even though my top 3 shows so far is Dark Matter, Severance, and Paradise.
Woo!
I could still add season 1 of Silo and then season 1 of The Last of Us. Season 2, however, no thank you. Season 2 of Silo, no thank you. But in terms of watch from beginning, middle to end, finish the season twice over, that's Dark Matter and Severance. I'm yet to watch Paradise again from beginning to end the second time around. Cyberpunk, however, I'm a little worried that won't be good.
Let me explain.
Some of these ideas so far, outside of Fallout and The Last of Us, require serious funding. And so far, from the aesthetics, in the first season of Fallout, they did a great job. Visually, I bought that they were in that world. I bought it. But Cyberpunk, even the name alone suggests that it's not this is way into the future. So the money has to be on point. If it's looking like Altered Carbon, then they can pull it off well. You need the cars, you need the tech, you need the gadgets, you need the spaceships, you need so much stuff. You need so much things to make it believable. And then what's your story going to be about? And the world has to feel like Blade Runner, but on TV series? Nah. That's why I'm not even attempting to look forward to or get excited for something like Cyberpunk or God of War, because those two, God of War is in its own league. The casting alone. You don't understand. And then what you do with the world building for newcomers, Then set building. Where are you shooting in the world? What part of the world are you shooting to give that realism? Then your stunt team, your stunt work, the graphics. I don't even know why they chose to do a live. Even I myself, as much as I love the series, I don't. There's no actor in mind. There's no actor in mind right now. I can tell you guys from my heart that I'm like, I can't wait to see him do a live action rendition of God of War, of Kratos. I can't give you an actor. Chris Judge is he still acting? Is he still doing physical stuff? Because they can't use him. I imagine because it's Prime, they have their own path. I wonder if they're talking to Santa Monica Studios as well. What are they like? What are they choosing? Like, how is the relationship? Is there a one-on-one where it's like, oh, you can't do this and you can do this? Please don't fuck with this and don't tamper with this, dude. If you just told me it's going to be motion capture animated, I'm on board for sure, because at least, like I said earlier on, we still get to keep the exact voice actors. But the live action, boy,
this is just a moment.
I don't even know how the Cowboy Bebop live action did for the fans and newcomers as well. Did it make money for Netflix? Was it a success? Is there a season 2 coming out? Is it already out? Because I definitely didn't see season 1. I'm not a massive fan of Cowboy Bebop, but sometimes these shows can be done so well when they're live action that they can get a newcomer, to dive into the original source material, be it books, animation, or a game. But again, I didn't feel drawn to watching that whole season. I don't know why. I didn't feel like, oh, this is going to be a good show. I think I tried to watch the first episode and it didn't land for me. I'll probably give it a shot again. I'll give it another shot. Yes. Also, One Piece has done well for Netflix, and they're working on season 2 right now, I think, or season 2 is scheduled to come out next year. So that's a win-win. That's a win-win for those of us who are fans of the genre. I wonder how the anime fans felt about One Piece being done into live action. Were they worried, and are they pleased with the first season? Did it do well? Did it bring in newcomers as well? And were the fans, those are the ones you want to please? Are they happy with it? I don't know too much about that one, but the fact that they did the season 2, then I think that's a win-win for everyone. But Mass Effect, God of War, and Cyberpunk, I feel you need good money for. I don't think Fallout is something that's difficult to pull off. It's post-apocalyptic, it's a barren land thing. Yeah, some CGI here and there, weird costumes for monsters, I guess, but it's not huge. Mass Effect is different planets, it's different space creatures, it's different gadgets, tools. There's a big story at play, just like they did with Halo. Halo went on for 2 seasons, right, or 3 seasons, and even that one did it get cancelled? Or did they finish the show? I don't even know, but I don't remember that one being like super popular, like everyone was watching it, even the fans loved it. Maybe some fans did, or maybe the whole fans loved it, but it just didn't get the viewership. I don't know, but I'm not confident about Cyberpunk, God of War, or Mass Effect at all. The only one thing I'm just slightly excited to watch is just a little bit is, I want to say Cyberpunk, but I'm just thinking Mass Effect, because we've seen Star Trek, we've seen Star Wars, we've seen some really good, really recent current Star Trek TV shows done well. So if they can keep that same energy, keep that same vibe and feel, and don't mess around with the graphics, don't mess around with the world building, don't mess around with your funding, man. Get you some good money. I think you can do Mass Effect well, especially because of the Star Trek shows that exist so far. You can do that well. Again, if any of these things outside of Fallout 2 and Last of Us, if they were all animation, a win is a win. Anything goes. But if your budget is tight and you are stingy with your budget and you want to make these shows but you're stingy, you will have a lot of fans be like, yo, bro, why would you even tackle these things if you're not willing to give it enough money? I don't even think money is an issue for God of War. That's secondary, because you still have to get your costume right. You still got to get whoever you cast to play Kratos needs to do 2 things. It needs to be believable in terms of physique, facial, his looks and voice, and 2, the motion, the movement, how Kratos moves. All those things, it has to come into some weird cosmic divine harmony. Otherwise, dude, people are going to tear They're going to tear this shit apart.
Damn!
If you get it wrong, they are going to tear this shit apart. I wish they never woke up one morning and thought, let's do a live action. Animation, yes, fucking please. Live action, no, sorry, Bob. And I feel sorry for the actor who's going to audition. And they get casted.
You ain't lying.
It's almost as tense as casting a new Superman before Corn Sweat was casted. It's like, okay, who else is going to take over from Henry Cavill? But with the previous, two voice actors of the game, we've seen Chris Judge. That dude is huge. But whoever they cast now, voice gotta match, physique gotta match, his face gotta match. I wonder what the ethnicity of. No, it's. Oh, now that's going to be an interesting casting choice. That's going to be an interesting casting choice. He's Spartan, isn't he? And we don't know. I personally don't know about Spartan history. If it was only Caucasians and non-brown people, or is it a mixed bag of people? Because you go in historic plus mythology. Or are you just sticking to what Santa Monica created from scratch?
That's a good question.
Whoever they cast, kudos to you, dude. Kudos to you. Hopefully you get some support from the fans, because I'll just stay out of it. I won't even. Nah. I don't know if I have faith in him. I don't know if I have faith in him casting a proper actor to play Kratos. Atreus, however, I think you can pull off Atreus well, because it's a young child. And do we want the two actors they cast to be into the games as well? Do we want them to love the game? Because at least that comes through in their acting, won't it? It's surely we want them to be fans of the games, and that doesn't. I'm not saying it's a massive, it's the highest thing on the list we need, outside of the voice, being done well. The actor they cast has to, have the looks, and then the motion, his body when he's doing the combos. Are we getting the axe only? Are we getting the axe and then the Chaos Blades? Are they telling the exact story of the game, or are they like in between, what happened before he got to the Norse realm? I don't even want to get excited, to be honest. So to answer the question, which upcoming video game TV show are you most excited to watch? Mass Effect.
You serious?
Yes.
I couldn't care less for The Last of Us Season 3 because I didn't like Season 2. Fallout, didn't really enjoy Season 1, didn't even finish it. Cyberpunk, I just feel if you're not doing it to the extent of Blade Runner, then I don't want to waste my time. So I'm just sticking to Mass Effect because it's easier. I'm just thinking Star Trek, and that's the only thing that my mind is like, yeah, okay. Because you're not going to need or require heavy CGI. I don't know. I feel the most, out of all these shows, outside of God of War, I feel Cyberpunk is going to be the most expensive if you want to do it properly. If you want to do it properly, that is literally Blade Runner on TV. And Blade Runner doesn't look like it's a cheap movie. That doesn't look like it was easy to just put money together. Nah, that looks like it was expensive. And even if you're not shooting on location, set building is important. And your green screen, especially with the new technology they use for the Mandalorian TV show.
That's right.
I don't feel they're going to respect the Cyberpunk well enough to put the necessary amount of money needed to make that world come to life. Now, in regards to Altered Carbon, they did a good enough job. They did a good enough job for that world to feel real when it came to, especially based on their budget. Whatever money they put together to make that show, they did a good enough job that it felt believable, felt lived in, felt real. But because of how I've seen the games and the footage and gameplay of Cyberpunk, nah, and even the term, it just, no way, I'm sorry. It just feels like you need to do Blade Runner level money spent for the show. Again, I would ask, if you're not willing to spend the money, then why are you going after these shows to do a live action rendition of them?
That's a good question.
So that's my final answer is Mass Effect, just because of how I feel they're going to limit themselves funds wise. And Star Trek has done well, so, and especially the recent Star Trek shows, which I'm yet to finish. The Brave New World is the Star Trek New World. I'm yet to finish that season, the most recent season. So because of that, I can just see them doing Mass Effect well enough where it's palatable to newcomers and some soft fans. Now, major fans, I don't know. That's why I mentioned Halo earlier on. I don't know what major fans felt or how they felt about the Halo TV series. So let me know in the comments as well which one you are most excited for. Last of Us Season 3, Mass Effect, Fallout Season 2, God of War, or Cyberpunk Edge Runner 2. Is it Edge Runner? Oh, Edge Runners 2.
Nice.
I remember when CD Projekt announced the Cyberpunk game as well, I was looking forward to it, especially when they showed and revealed the third person. Well, it was revealed. Is it me, or was it revealed as a third person shooter game first, right? But when whatever happened in their development, they changed something and said it's only going to be first person from now on and not third person, and I dipped out quick. I mean, I heard after when they released it had bugs, blah blah blah. Now people are saying it plays well. Couldn't care less. I really wanted this thing to be a third person game. I mean, well, third person with the option of first person as well, but it's a shame. Well, maybe you could argue not really, because if they struggled with bugs after removing the third person element, imagine what the game would have played like or felt like if they stuck to keep the third person player mode element inside the game. So they removed an aspect of the game and still struggled with bugs on release. Whereas if they didn't remove that aspect, that thing would have probably crashed consistently.
I don't know.
But kudos to the team anyway for at least, coming up with the concept and pushing through to making the game. I feel those are the guys we need, and we need the right tech to match the ideas and the dreams they have, because some of these stories are beautiful. Some people have really strong ideas that sometimes the current tech or current tech limitations that we have is not even up to date to match the ideas. It's like we're not only light years ahead, we're dimensions ahead, and we know it's doable, but the tech right now just doesn't match. Maybe with the new involvement of AI and whatnot, this things would be a lot easier to produce and create, and then get some dope ideas we've been sitting on for ages onto the screen for movies, animation, cartoon, or games. I would love that.
That boy is good.
I would really, really, really love that. I've got some dope ideas for some games and some TV shows and movies, but I guess it's just finding the right people and the right tech. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with those ideas for now. I've of course been your one and only Multipotentialite, Neurodivergent host,
the Kosmic Jedi, signing out. Thank you for watching.